Councillor Tom Kelly, your response.
My response is that, based on what I've just heard there, I mean, I'm down the country, I'm in Athlone at the present time, so I wasn't privy to the whole programme this morning. But in light of what Bill Doyle is saying there and the inference he's making, I would believe that I will have to have a serious consultation with my legal advisors, because there's a lot been attributed to me, and I feel, and the Councillor Cudden I see as well, that I believe that I must seek legal advice about all of this, because my remit as a councillor, and I have always stayed within the legal framework of the Planning Act, and I believe that I have done so fully up to this point with regards to the Drogheda Gardens and the Mill Road.
And do you have any relationship with developers or builders who have projects on the Mill Road, Marsh Road?
I mean, like the Mill Road, it would be part of the outer ring road of Drogheda, which will join on to Cope and join on to the motorway. And that was road from Cope to the M1 was planned by the NRA some years ago, and they felt that the Drogheda bypass wouldn't be completed, and they planned a road across there. So, as far as I'm concerned, and I can't understand why the NRA have issues with it now, because they got permission to build a road.
Sure, I'm sorry for asking you, but I mean the question is what is your motivation? And I'm going to ask you the question directly, if you'll allow me. But do you or any of your relations, friends, or acquaintances own any of the land in that area?
No, I don't own a blade of grass in that area.
Anybody you know own a blade of grass?
No family connections whatsoever to a blade of grass in that area. And
did you have any interest in this out other than the public good?
All the interest I have is facilitating the holistic development of the East Meath, Drogheda Gardens area. And I mean, like, the Board Planala have confirmed the planning permission for the Drogheda Rugby Club off the Mill Road. And I'm absolutely delighted and welcome that. And likewise, Board Planala confirmed the planning permission for the Gael Skull on Brad and Fossa on the Mill Road. And the Educate Together Lekela have got permission for a new school on 3 acres right there. So as far as
you accept
the Drogheda Harbour Company has got planning permission for offices on the Mill Road as well.
Do you accept that you were the driving force?
Joined up planning that I am looking at. Joined up planning.
Tom Kelly, do you accept that you were the driving force behind the eventual outcome, which was to zone Mill Road, Marsh Road, and not to zone Bryanstown residential?
But Bryanstown is owned for the last 6 or 7 years under the previous development plan, and all we have done and what we did with the joint tribe local authority meeting with Louth County Council, Drogheda Town Council and Meath County Council was to take in the full adjacent area of Meath and Drogheda. That's all we've done. There's nothing more to it.
Do you accept you were the driving force to zone Mill Road, Marsh Road and not zone Bryanstown residential?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'll accept that.
Do you accept that that was the upshot of the actions that you took, and that the outcome of that was that the stadium project was dead in the water?
That's a total fallacy. That is an absolute total fallacy. That project was up on public display for 6 weeks, and every citizen in the state was entitled to make a submission to that project when it was on public display for submissions to be made. And they have been made. I believe there's anything up to 50 submissions made. And the county manager is now preparing his statement to the members of the Meath County Council, which will be issued 6 weeks after the closing date, which will be towards the end of November. And at that stage, the council members have 6 weeks to deliberate on the submissions and to deliberate on the manager's responses to them. And at that stage then, if there are further amendments to be made, they will go on public display. The result of that will be there is absolutely no final decision made on any part of the Drogheda Gardens or the Mill Road. Do
you accept that the Drogheda United Stadium project is dead in the water?
Not at all, not at all. I mean, the Drogheda United Stadium got the full support and I proposed that at the full council of Meath that it would be granted under a material contravention of the county development plan.
Would you support?
And it was unanimously accepted by the Meath County Council.
Would you support?
There is no hesitation whatsoever in Meath towards Drogheda United or any. They will facilitate them and have helped them in every way possible.
Okay, in the few seconds that we have left, I must ask you: would you support the zoning of lands at Bryanstown residential?
I will support whatever is put before me with the manager's report and what
would you support residential zoning for Bryanstown?
I don't know what's on the plan. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the submission.
Do you not accept that if you don't support the residential zoning of Bryanstown, that the stadium won't go ahead?
I have no idea. I am wide open. I am not tying. When we did the material contravention for the Drogheda United pitch, there was no tie.
Okay, you've no idea. You've no idea, and I've only seconds left. So let's get down to the final question then. If you had to choose between one and the other, if the residential zoning was to go to the Mill Road, Marsh Road, or to Bryanstown, which would you choose?
I will do what is best for the
what is best?
And the East Meath area.
What is best? It's a very specific question. What is best?
A very specific question which cannot be answered because there is a legal process in train, and until that process is completed at the end of the managerial report, then we can comment and then we can propose or not propose what we will do. So there's absolutely no way at this point in time that I can say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, because I haven't seen the submissions and I haven't seen the manager's report. Okay. So I mean, it's just asking me to speculate. I'm not going to speculate.
Okay, I'm going to have to leave it there. Thank you for joining us on our programme this morning, Green Party Councillor Tom Kelly. We were also speaking with Bill Doyle earlier in the programme. I'm sure you heard the views of Vincent Hoey, the chairman of Drogheda United.